Welcome back to my channel where we shamelessly talk about the things that make us smile, especially beauty products. Today we're going to be talking about the new Makeup by Mario eye collection, which was released just yesterday. I'm going to be going over the products that I decided to buy from the new collection, why I decided to buy them, and I'll also be going over how I got this look. So if you're interested in that, please stick around. Hey guys! So I am all ready to talk about Makeup by Mario. I'm so excited to try all these products out. Now some I already tried earlier today and then I cleaned my face off. I still have foundation on and bronzer and all the face products essentially because the new Makeup by Mario collection is his eye collection. This is his first collection, which means he does not have other products other than eye products available right now. In case you're interested, I am wearing the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation and I really like it so far. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about Makeup by Mario. I'm actually pretty excited about this collection. I just thought, you know, this is a brand new collection. I'm really interested to see if the formula is something that we like. The items I picked up were ones that I wanted to try. The only types of products that I did not pick up today are his brushes. I was really interested in trying some of them, but at the end of the day, I was already kind of spending a lot of money, and so I felt like I already have the brushes. A lot of these other products I do have as well, but I really wanted to try these. So the first item that I got is the Master Eye Prep and Set in the shade Medium. My Master Eye Prep and Set kit comes in 3 different colorways for every skin tone. Each set features 2 shades of primer concealer in light and dark variations and translucent powder. And the price for the Master Eye Prep and Set, $28. He has a light and a deep as well. Now I picked mine up in the shade Medium. I do think that the medium for me is somewhat true to color. I have heard on some of the reviews that I've listened to so far, and I also heard in some comments that people were a little bit upset about the shade range for these eye primers. In my opinion, eye primers tend to be a little bit lighter so that you can brighten up the eye, which is why maybe the shade range doesn't go as dark as people would like. That's my personal opinion. It's up to you whether or not you think that's a problem. Now, I used this a little bit earlier today and I really did like how it performed. I do want to point something out though. When I opened up the package, I did notice that there was black marks on the back where the sticker is that denotes what information you need to know about the product. I'm fairly certain that those black specks come from the black packaging that this comes in. It's a really nice black packaging. Now, I'm guessing that inside there must be some specks or flecks that are coming off onto the packaging itself. It just isn't the best look, but I do think the packaging is pretty luxe. You hear that? Good. From there, I picked up the Master Metals eyeshadow palette. My Master Metals take shadow to the next level with intense high coverage and a molten metal payoff. Packed with super fine iridescent pearls, it's formulated with a signature gel powder technology that offers silky, weightless color. I do want to point out that the packaging is really difficult to open. It's hard to open without tearing the packaging itself. The same black specks are on this packaging, and there's some black specks on the front. Again, I just think it's because we've got this black cardboard packaging and then this glossy white finish. I wanted to point out that the price for this eyeshadow palette, the Master Metals, is $48. And that's actually the price for all of his eyeshadow palettes. He had 2 other eyeshadow palettes, including the Master Mattes eyeshadow palette and the Master Metallics eyeshadow palette, which neither of those I decided to pick up. So I'm actually really excited for this. I haven't opened it yet. I did swatch it in the store, but that's all that I did. I can't wait to play with this. I just love intense, glittery, metallic colors on my eyes. And so I thought this would be a lot of fun to play with. Ooh, she is pretty. So each of these colors are based on a precious metal. This is supposed to be silver, although it looks blue to me. This is gold, I believe this is bronze, copper, and then rose gold. Now when I swatched it in store, I was really taken with the rose gold and the silver. What's special about these is you're supposed to be able to take his Master Manipulator, which is like a liquid medium, and you can put a few dots in and then take some of this off and mix it together. There's supposed to be a spatula this comes with. This comes out, let's see if the spatula is underneath here. It's not. For some reason, I thought there was a spatula that it came with because I saw a video of him using this and he had a spatula. I figured the spatula would be underneath here, but it's not. I guess I'm not sure why this needs to come out then. I am disappointed about that little cute spatula not being in here. And then next, I decided to pick up the Master Metal Manipulator. This is going to be $14. Oh, I found the spatula. So the spatula comes with the Master Manipulator. I'm going to say this is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. But I also watched some reviews and people were just using like a tiny drop. So I imagine that this will last a lot longer than it seems like it would. But I am excited that this little guy is in there. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can stick it underneath that tray. I took the tray out and tried to stick it in, but if I just stick it right there in the tray itself, do you see that? Then I can close it. So from there I decided to pick up the Master Pigment Pro pencil in the shade Super Black. This is $22. That's expensive for an eye pencil. I can't help but compare this to the Wayne Goss eye pencil, the kohl eye pencil that I picked up, only $14, so $8 less. I have a better idea of why this is $22 as opposed to Wayne Goss's kohl pencils, which are only $14. It's because there's a little bit more included. So this is the pencil. It looks really sleek. It has that nice white by Mario on it. You can see that the pencil looks used, and that's because I used it earlier today. I actually really liked it. It also comes with this cute little brush on one end, and then in the packaging itself, there's supposed to be a pencil sharp. It's in there, but I can't seem to get it out. I'm gonna have to rip the packaging to get it out. It has like a key, a removable cleaning stick so you can remove excess shavings. Oh, and enjoy even sharpening with every use. That's really clever. I decided to also grab the Master Mat's liquid liner. It's also $22. I'm just pulling this out of the packaging. So it's so hard to get out. So those are the items that I bought for the My Mario testing. Now I did buy 2, 3, 4 other items that are non-related to My Mario. I'm gonna go ahead and show you one of the items that I got. It's the Supreme Nudes by Artist Couture. It reminds me a little bit of the By Mario Neutral Mattes palette. Now the reason I decided to go with this palette as opposed to the By Mario Neutrals palette is because this had some non-mattes in it. What I thought was interesting about this is that it keeps selling out, but this is what I'm gonna be using to supplement, just sort of like a transition color. With all that said, let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start out with the Master Eye Prep and Prime. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this shade. Now, I did not pick up the brushes. He does have a brush that's meant to go with this. It's interesting because it's a dual-ended brush. I'm not gonna be using a dual-ended brush, but I am gonna be using my Pat McGrath Labs concealer brush. I'm just gonna grab that lightest shade, and then let's put it on the lid and then underneath the brows. I do like how that lightens up my eye. This is more like, well, I guess this is like a cream, but it's drier. I don't know, I don't typically go for the drier formulas, but I do like how this looks. It really brightens up my eyes, so it's really, really nice. It makes me look younger, I feel like. I'm gonna take that setting powder that's here at the bottom, and I'm gonna use that to set my eyes. Yeah, that looks good. I like it. I filled in my eyebrows. Let's get started with the rest. So from here, I'm actually going to be taking the Supreme Nudes Artist Couture palette and taking one of the transition colors and just putting it in as a transition shade. From here, we're going to go ahead and dip into the By Mario Master Metals. I think we just want to use that bronze shade, really. Let me go ahead and open this mixing medium. Let me just put a dot down here. And now I'm just going to take the spatula and scrape just a tiny bit off because I don't think I'm going to need a whole lot. I'm feeling like I need to put more Master Manipulator in. I'm going to do 2 more dots. So the problem that I'm having is that it's all pooling at the bottom, and I don't know how I'm gonna get my brush into that to grab it out. But I guess if I were a makeup artist, this wouldn't be an issue. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. Wow, that's pretty cool. This is gonna be like the fastest eye makeup look I've ever done. So what I really like about this is that I can just build it up like a cut crease. Wow, that's really cool. And it blended right into that brown color that I used. I'm just gonna keep going up. Dude, that's so cool. Can you see that? I'm gonna put 2 more dots in, scrape a little bit more in, dip my brush into that. It's gonna go under my eye. I didn't go in with a very precise brush, so it's a little bit further down probably than what I would go for. What's interesting is like, do I need to clean that out after? I don't know, probably. Thankfully, graphite tires clean up everything. I even think that I could have like taken it out and made more of like something, like a little faux wing. I might do that. This is honestly the easiest makeup look I've ever done. I put 6 dots in this time. Okay, so we're gonna go back in. We're gonna try to make like a little mini faux wing. This maybe isn't the best brush to do that, but we're gonna do it anyway. That is so cool. That's done. All right, that was the fastest faux wing I've ever done in my life. I just think that's so cool because it's literally like you're just painting on the color. So as soon as you put it on, you're done. You don't have to sit here and like blend and build it up and keep packing on color. It's like, no, it's on. How neat is that? Oh my God, this is so neat. And then, wow, that was really cool. This came on so easily. You just like paint it on. That was worth it. That was really, really cool. And I'm just gonna show you the mess we have down here. And I think because it's glossy, it's just gonna come right up. Now that I'm thinking about it, earlier I was asking like, why does this tray come out? That's why, so you can wash it. From there, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Master Pigment Pro pencil in the shade Super Black. Now I already have some on, so I'm gonna go in and try to add a little bit more. I like that so much. I just think that's such a good liner. It's so deep. Okay, and now we have this brush. I guess I'm gonna try to smudge it. I mean, I'm honestly not like a super huge fan of that brush. I just feel like I'm gonna poke my eye out with it. From there, I wanna take the By Mario Master Mattes liquid liner in the shade Super Black. I'm just gonna line. Okay, so I already like how well it goes over that metal shade. So in my experience, a lot of these liquid liners, specifically these felt tips, as soon as you try to take a felt tip and put it over an eyeshadow, it like absorbs the eyeshadow and then it doesn't put the product down. That does not feel like the case here. So my inability to do like a really good wing aside, I do think that this is a really great liner. Like it was so good. It did such a good job applying. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lipstick, my lip liner, and then my lashes, and then we'll be back. Okay, so here is the finished look. I really like how the eye look turned out. So the first thing that I used is the By Mario Medium Eye Prep and Set in medium. Now this did get dirty, but everything just wiped right off. I liked how this turned out. I think this is formulated to work with the eyeshadow. Do you need it? I don't know. I mean, if you have an eye primer that you like, I would encourage you to try that first with the Makeup by Mario eye palette, whichever one you decide to get. See if it works, and if it doesn't, then I would go ahead and try this. But I will say that I really did like it. I have a favorite primer, but I just ran out. I'm gonna try this out with other eyeshadows formulas. First impressions, I liked it. I thought it was good, and I like the little set that it comes with, and you can use the powder on other areas of your face. I could put on the primer by itself and my eyes would just look brighter, so I thought that was neat. And I just like the little compact. I think it's cute and easy for travel. It's a little bit expensive, but it's nice that you get 2 in 1, and then you also get that powder as well. So when you think about that, the price is actually pretty good. The primer that I like to use by itself is $25. I don't think this is a bad price at all. Next, we decided to go in with the Makeup by Mario Master Metals palette. Do I think this is worth it? Absolutely. So I remember thinking that this was going to be too intense, especially based on the video that I saw, but I don't think it's too intense at all, and I thought it was the easiest makeup look that I've ever done, ever. It was so easy to put on, so easy to apply. It basically was just like painting the color on when I used the Master Manipulator with it. I loved it. I mean, I really do. I thought it was such a cute look. And, you know, I put down a transition color. I feel like even without the transition color, that would have been totally fine. I like her. I like how she turned out. Now, I will point out that the spatula does not come with it. You need to buy the Master Manipulator that he has. You can get a separate liquid mixing medium as well. I think there's one called Maron, but I don't think it comes with the eyedropper, and it definitely doesn't come with a spatula. So I do think this is a pretty good deal, and I only needed to use, I think I used 9 drops total today. What I also think is kind of cool is that I had to scratch some out, and I can already see like how much that I used, and so I could totally see myself eventually using up this palette, which is pretty neat. Do I think this palette is worth $48? Absolutely. I think this is a really good palette, especially with how easy it was to apply. It was like painting the product on. I didn't have to like pack it on and sit there forever just trying to like blend it on and get it how I want it to look. There's definitely no bald spots. It has a nice metallic sheen to it, but I don't think it's intense to the point where it's like I look like a clown. Can't wait to use the other colors. I can see myself using this when I go out. I remember sitting in Sephora talking to the lady yesterday and saying, I really want this, but I don't know when I would use it. And I just was like, it's such an intense thing. It's more like Halloween type makeup. Not at all the case. Not at all. I could totally see wearing this all the time. And the idea is that this is waterproof and that like, yeah, she's not going anywhere. Like it wouldn't crease. Super cool. From there, I want to talk about the eyeliner. I've had a really hard time finding eyeliner that lays down evenly and nicely. The Urban Decay 24/7 glide on liners come right off on me. I've used the Milk ones, which are great, except that they're really hard to sharpen, and so they're really like kind of rough looking. You don't get this nice line that I got here. This was kind of nice for smudging. It went on really well. It glides on, and it's not like going anywhere. And when I tested it in store, like I could not get it off. I really like this liner. It's a little bit steep at $22, but you do get the brush, which I ended up not really thinking that much of. And then you also get the sharpener, which I kind of think is gold. So do I think this is worth it? I actually do think it's worth it, especially if you want to be able to like make a wing on top. I could see myself having done that with this. The last thing that I tried by Mario was the Master Matte Liquid Liner in the shade Super Black. This is also something that I think is worth it. It did such a good job applying over top of my eyeshadow. It's also nice and matte. It just didn't pick up the eyeshadow as I was putting it over. So overall, I was like, my mind is a little bit blown by what I tried today. I'm very happy with my purchases. If there were any that were absolute duds, I have no qualms taking it back and going, this was a dud. I do not want to, thank you very much. But I thought all of these were keepers. I'm going to use all of them. I'll get a lot of use out of them. Like I think this liner is going to be my new go-to liquid liner. I think this eye pencil is going to be my new go-to black eye pencil, especially if I want to try to create a wing or if I want to have like a nice smudged out look underneath here. I think a nice, quick, easy, dressy look, I'm going to be turning to this Master Metals palette every time. And it comes in all these shades, so you have a nice, quick, easy look in all 5 shades. For $48, I think this baby's a steal, like a steal. This is definitely what I wanted, but I like wasn't sure, but overall, so happy with these purchases. The only one that I think maybe I'm not like completely sold, like would I rebuy it? The only one is the eye prep and set kit. I'm just not sure that I needed it. I'm wondering if my primer, the one I normally get, would be good, but it worked perfectly with this one. And like I said, this baby's not creasing. Like, I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier with this. But anyway, the must-have, I feel like the standout here, the Master Metals palette mixed with this Master Metal Manipulator. These two, freaking gold. I could even see using this for like Halloween, but not just for Halloween. I could use it for going out. I was like, this is a nice subtle look that I could just use for dinner. Great. It's great. I love it. I'm so excited. All right, guys, that's all she wrote. Don't forget to subscribe. We'd love to have you join the family, and I'll see you next time. Bye.